Hi, in this video, I'll discuss 3 keys to making a successful career change from point A to point B. If we've never met before, my name is Natalie Fisher of AskNatalieFisher.com, and I help professionals get better jobs, get paid more money, and become more fulfilled in their careers. So the reason why I decided to make this video is because I've had a lot of people email me recently about how to make a career transition. So how do you actually go from, say, working in one field to working in another field when you don't have a lot of experience in the other field and you don't know many people? So many of you have either been in the same job for a really long time and it's not paying as much as you'd like it to, or your heart's just not in it anymore. You're not feeling fulfilled and you're just ready to move on to something different, which I completely don't blame you. But you're having trouble telling your story in a new way. So that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. So with the 3 things that I'm going to mention today, I hope to shine a light on how you can begin this journey and how you can move from being stuck in this one place that you don't like to moving to a place that's more exciting and more fulfilling for you. So let's start with connection. So the number 1 thing is, say you'd like to change careers and you'd like to move from, say, marketing to HR. This is just an example. Even if you don't have much official experience in HR or any at all, there's nothing that says you can't connect with people doing the type of job that you'd like to be doing. So reach out to them by either finding their email online, which actually is not difficult to do at all, or via LinkedIn. So start by setting up coffee chats with HR assistants, HR generalists, anybody that has an interesting title that you think that you might want to be in their job in the future or follow in their footsteps. So I have lots of free content on how to actually do that reaching out and how many people you need to actually email to get a response, etc. So once you start doing that, you'll start to put the puzzle pieces together as to what you need to be doing and what kind of questions you need to ask and stuff in order to actually move from point A to point B. So number 2 is stories. So you may not have experience in that field and you might be like, well, what if I get an interview? What am I going to do? What if they say, do you have experience in HR, when I actually don't have any experience yet? So this is where you need to reach down and find those stories that will transfer over. And it might be hard for you to identify those stories yourself because you're so ingrained in what you do now. So it might help to get someone to help you out with that, either a career coach or a resume writer. And you can always talk about things that you've seen from a different perspective. So say you're doing marketing, but you've always kind of seen things through an HR lens, for example. So you could be like, I convinced somebody to stay because they were having a hard time at work, and I talked to them and I helped them see things from a new point of view, and I actually helped the company increase retention of that employee, and I actually solved an HR problem. So a great, powerful story is a lot of times more powerful than actual experience. So like actually on paper saying that you're an HR manager is not as powerful as having a really good story to back that up, because anybody can put something on paper, but they need stories to back it up for that to be true and really connect with people. So stories is number 2, and number 3 is your resume. So you need to reframe your story on paper. And oftentimes people are blinded by the fact that they're in that job for so long that they can't see how their story can be told in any different way. And that's something that you might need someone's help with. So don't be afraid to hire a professional resume writer to help you reframe your story, because it is hard for you to see it. And sometimes we can't do things on our own because we're just so focused on what we do every day. So they'll help by asking good questions and getting your mind out of marketing and into HR if that's what you want to do. And so will all the people that you speak to when you go for coffee with them. And there you have it, 3 things that you can do to start moving from one career to the next. And remember, interviewing and nailing all the questions is great, but it's not the only thing. So there's a lot more to interviewing than just answering the questions. And in fact, if all you do is answer the questions, you've already lost. You really need to have an entire interview strategy at play. So I've created a free guide for you. It's called How to Nail the Interview Even If You Don't Feel Qualified. You can click the link below to get it. And in the guide, you're going to get how to identify the questions they're really asking you, things that are not always as they appear. You'll be able to learn how to tell captivating stories that trigger the interviewer to remember you above all other candidates. You'll learn how to proactively identify interviewers' concerns, even when they don't voice them out loud. You'll also learn how to steer the interview in the direction that you want it to go, and you'll learn what to say at the end of every interview to wrap it up and seal the deal. So that's all I have for you today, and thank you again for watching. I hope to see you on the other side. Again, I'm Natalie Fisher, and let me know in the comments if you have any other topics you'd like me to cover. Just ask the question below. Thank you so much, and I will see you next week.